everyone. Welcome back to No More Popcorn. Hi! Hi! Hey, Patrick, why don't you tell us about what we watched tonight?
We watched Dead Alive.
Not Dead or Alive, Dead Alive.
Just Dead Alive, yeah. On a quiet street in a small town, pure evil has come to stay. Lionel, an innocent young man, is forced to care for his domineering mother and finds the task a whole lot more demanding after she's bitten by the cursed Sumatran rat monkey. Passing the point of death, Lionel's mother sucks friends and family into... Why?
Mr. Willie.
He is not happy.
It's only because I love you.
Well, that's the movie.
Yeah, that's the movie.
It's all gross, just like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you like Wet Willies, you're going to love this movie.
There's lots of it.
No, this is such a fun film. I love it. I was talking about whenever we first started watching it there that it's so nice to see, like, I feel like using the term humble beginnings is kind of the wrong thing to say because, I mean, this is a great movie. It's not like you're watching a bad B movie or anything. It's really well done. But it's nice. It's just neat to see, Peter Jackson has become, he directed like one of the biggest franchises in history,
And this is as opposite of that as you can get.
As complete polar opposite. Yeah, I'm with you. I would love to see him go back and do, or go back. I'm sorry. I would like to see him do more stuff like this.
Once you get an Oscar, you can't go back to your origin.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's in the rule book.
They just don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look at Tom Hanks. He hasn't really done a terrible 80s comedy movie.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Yeah.
That is true.
It is true.
Yeah.
Or great comedy.
Or, yeah, that too.
Oh, I love like the Burbs and stuff.
Oh,
that
yeah.
stuff's great.
Burbs
Yeah.
is awesome.
And he was in, there was some like teen comedy.
The one where he had AIDS?
No.
What? Philadelphia?
He's just assuming, like, I'm sure he had AIDS at some point in the movie. No, it was like it was an Animal House type movie. A lot of tits and college. He was really young in it.
Yeah.
College student. It was great. I don't remember what the fuck it was, but
He won't do a buddy cop dog movie again either.
Oh, Turner
Hooch 2?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's the
We're-
thing. People complain about sequels. We're just making the wrong ones.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
like, some of these would be fantastic to see.
We digress from the Dead
Yeah,
Alive.
no, that's okay. I mean, I honestly do. I know that this is one that most people have seen. Like, I was telling you guys before we started, I couldn't believe it had taken me so long to watch it. Like, I just seen it for the first time, like, 6 or 7 months ago. It's so fucking incredible. I think this movie is extremely charming. Like, it's if you guys want to start talking about specifics with it, I think it is so... what's the term I'm looking for? Like, it's so creative. I mean, the ideas that they run with, as far as, death scenes or how to, like, make this zombie give it some kind of a characteristic,
It's like Mousetrap. It's like one thing happens and it pops this other thing off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's an elaborate, like, once it gets into the full-on zombie apocalypse in the house, there's just all kinds of crazy shit happening, and this thing's causing this thing to happen. And
That scene in the house, this movie has used the most blood in any movie.
Oh, with the lawnmower?
The lawnmower is spurting out 5 gallons a second.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
what I was reading up on that. But yeah, it's the movie that used the most blood in any movie.
Nice.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I was thinking, well, I had clear Evil Dead vibes, and I didn't know which was first until I looked it up, but Evil Dead is 10 years older.
Yeah.
Because this, I couldn't tell. I thought this might have been done in the 80s, really. But it was, 92.
Mm-hmm.
But, I had not seen anything as gory as, like, Tokyo Gore Police,
Mm-hmm.
those Japanese movies, but this clearly is an inspiration for those movies, really.
Oh, sure, absolutely. I mean, you'll still. I'm pretty sure it was. I could be getting this wrong, but I think so. Lords of Chaos. If anyone's seen that, there's a scene where a dude's laying on a bed and he's watching this movie. I guess what I'm saying is I've seen. They're still using shots from that movie, like in new stuff, referencing it. But I like the fact that you said Mousetrap, because I was thinking the whole time, like, and I still don't know how to word it perfectly to say what I'm trying to get at, but like with the creativeness that's in this, I feel like it's almost very childlike.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just it's so funny and like genuinely not you know
slapstick.
Like it's so slapstick, man. And I feel like a lot of that stuff, it's like it's hard for me to imagine, you know, someone a little bit older having that much creative. Like I could see a kid being like, "Oh, it'd look funny if this thing was just twirling around constantly," and you know, they just took like really innocent ideas. I feel like, and just applied blood and guts to it.
Right.
You know. Yeah. No, I thoroughly enjoyed it. The only kind of really small complaint that I had about it, I do feel, for some reason, I feel like it drags just a little bit, and I can't really explain why, because it's not like there's always something to see.
Yeah, the first half, it's kind of slow.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, where's it going? It takes a while to develop.
Yeah.
So Nathan, at the beginning, you mentioned you had a Skull Island vibe to it.
Well, I mean, they said Skull. I'm like, well, I just said this is like some weird prequel to that.
That was his ode to King Kong, because he loves King Kong.
Yeah,
that's why he put it in there.
I mean, he made that fucking movie later, which was, you know, not that great, but it was okay. I liked when...
I disagree.
You thought it was good?
I hated that fucking movie.
No, I didn't. I mean, I didn't hate it. I thought it was just whatever.
You're talking about Skull Island or the first?
The first one, the first King Kong.
Skull Island's better. Actually.
I've heard that. I really want to watch that.
What I mean, the Peter Jackson's King Kong is just, you know, it has moments like I like the T-Rex fighting King Kong. That was a pretty cool fight. You know, that kind of stuff. When it gets into the dinosaurs chasing them and all that is pretty fun, but. Yeah. When you get to the blonde and King Kong like gazing in each other's eyes lovingly, it just gets it's a weird movie.
I fell asleep through that part.
Yeah, it gets.
Oh, it's a long movie anyway, isn't it? Or did it just feel long? Like
it was a long ass.
Yeah, both. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus Jack Black kind of. I'm like so 50-50 on that dude. I know he's funny. I recognize him as being a funny person, but sometimes his placement in movies and shit just gets on my nerves so much. I don't know.
Just give me the first Tenacious D album. That's all I need of Jack Black. That's all I need.
Right.
But anyway, this movie, I thought it was fucking awesome. And even despite this kind of slow build up, the way it just so many creative, gory things happening. I mean, about every, like I said, I thought Tokyo Gore Police kind of had it, but this movie just. I mean, it does everything.
Well, I mean, I feel like Tokyo Gore Police still kind of, you know, has it. It's a totally different tone. You know, like I feel like whenever you, if this doesn't make sense, I understand. But like, you know, I feel like if you have a certain amount of blood, you know, you got a ton of blood in Tokyo Gore Police, which also has kind of a heavier theme.
Yeah, it's darker
to it. So I feel like that kind of makes it more like, oh my god, and you know, this one is definitely cringeworthy. I mean, those practical effects in this are fucking great. I mean, all the way down from stuff landing in food, and it's just the noises are fantastic.
Didn't
just a
help
bunch of
that we were eating fucking stew.
Yeah, yeah. During
the
custard.
There's that one moment where the one zombie punches through the back of the other one's head, and it goes out the mouth, and then it grabs the other person. Yeah, that is.
I wish I could do that.
Yeah,
it's cool as shit.
So if you've been intrigued by everything that we're talking about, basically your rundown is the beginning of the movie. You're trying to see these two guys. They're in some native country and they're trying to get out of there with something that's in a cage. The thing that's in the cage bites a dude.
Well, they say it's a monkey.
Oh, did they actually say it? Okay, I couldn't recall.
He's a zoologist or whatever. He wants to get this monkey out, and the natives are like,
he's got a permit for it.
Yeah,
he's got a permit.
Yeah.
So
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So they get the monkey out, and then we get to these other characters, and we're like, "Where's it?" I was thinking, "Where's it going now?" But
Yeah, because it kind of starts coming across as more of like a you sort of like immediately forget the horror element or anything, which is kind of, I feel like it's a good thing, to kind of applaud. Like, wow, you did really good at like totally disconnecting those first two scenes. I guess I think that's something to applaud, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're reminded of it. We're back in New Zealand now, which after watching some of his movies, I want to visit there so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think that place looks so fucking beautiful. Like, it looks incredible. But anyway, we're at we got, wow, what the hell's his name? Not Leonard. Lionel, yeah.
Yeah.
He,
like the train.
He lives with his overbearing mom who doesn't want him to leave her. You said he looks like something?
He looks like David Tennant, but he kind of acts like Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
I mean, he talks, but he's very
goofy.
Yeah, he's
just very clumsy.
Yeah.
So he's living with his overbearing mother. He meets a girl that works at a convenience store who this girl thinks that he is her knight in shining armor. This is her destiny to be with this guy, because her mother, who is into gypsy
tarot cards
and stuff, directed her towards him. So anyway, they're on their first date. They're at a zoo, and I think it said like, I don't know, like Radicus monkey or something or whatever. There was like a little type.
It was
they
like
call it a
Radicus
rat monkey.
Yeah, it was a rat monkey.
Sumatran rat monkey.
Yeah. So Lionel's mother has followed them to the zoo because she's a creeper and she doesn't want to lose her little boy.
Mm-hmm.
So while she's being creepy, she's leaning out the cage against this thing, and this is where we first start kind of seeing like where the movie is going to go, and where you realize it's going to be some sort of an infection type of movie, and this awesome little stop motion rat thing,
hairless, nasty looking.
Before that, just got done ripping off the monkey's arm and eating it.
Yeah,
mm-hmm. I love it. It looks so cool, and it said that Peter Jackson and I can't remember the other guy's name. I just was looking at it on the credit. Something. They were doing the stop motion effects for it. But anyway,
Steven Sinclair.
Anytime that shit's sprinkled in a movie, I love it. I love stop motion. I think it's great.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, I don't want to go over like every single detail, but that's kind of where, so this thing bites her, and this is where the spreading of the infection starts, and it just spirals. We have a really cool scene with mommy dies, and the priest that's doing her funeral is like a kung fu master.
Yeah. Yeah, that comes out of nowhere. Yeah, it was just kind of, clearly just meant to be a gag.
Oh, yeah. I'm kicking ass for the Lord.
Yeah. It's just like, it turns into straight up kung fu movie for about 2 minutes.
Oh, the scene where the mom kills the rat monkey, and the dude runs up, takes a picture.
Mm-hmm.
That guy is actually from King Kong. Found that out.
From
like the
original King Kong.
Black and white King Kong.
Really?
Yeah.
Which character?
He was...
I love that movie so much.
Where were we here?
Have you guys watched that in recent years?
Not recently, but I have seen it.
It's so great. Like, such a,
His name was Forrest J. Ackerman. He is a fleeing extra in a crowd.
Oh, okay.
In the King Kong.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. You see him in the crowd.
He's extra.
I really do. That movie, there's something about it that actually genuinely I find creepy.
Mm-hmm. That's stop motion.
It is. A lot of it is the animation, and I just love the, like the overtures and stuff, and, on the Blu-ray that I have, it's formatted the exact same way that it was in theaters, like when it came out, so it's so cool to, I don't know, I really like watching that movie. I just think it's great.
Yeah, I'd like to see that again, definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, we have a ton of zombies sort of things. They're being kept in Lionel's basement because he doesn't know what the hell to do with them, basically. He's...
Yeah, he never thinks, I'm going to chop their heads off and light them on fire. So he's just got him in the basement. He's feeding him sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And then the priest fucks the nurse
Yeah.
zombie. And then there's
zombified priest fucks zombified nurse.
Yeah. And then we have a zombie baby that's running around giggling. And it was almost too much.
It was almost too much because I feel like they carried on with it too far. But man, there was something just so delightful.
He's trying to take care of it out in the park.
Yeah, just seeing what's obviously a fake baby doll just being beat the shit out of repeatedly and thrown around.
It's always funny.
It's so fucking funny. The one thing about that scene that I didn't find puzzling because I understand why they didn't go this far with it, but the reactions of the people in the park. Like, there's like two women sitting there, and they're just like looking at it like, oh, I can't believe. And this dude's just Lionel's just punching this fucking baby, slinging it up against.
The one on the left looked proud that she witnessed that because he was walking away. She's like,
"What? Really? I did not catch that at all. I was just thinking, like, man, like no one. They're not even gonna say anything. Yeah. They're just like, oh, there's terrible people out there throwing their babies. God. Yeah, that was a great fucking scene.
But what tops it all off for the zombie baby, is when I forget what person it was, but they fall down and it zooms in on the face.
Oh, the brunette with the glasses.
Yeah, and you see the baby's hands
busting
punch out of the side of their head. And then the head's face splits open, and you see the baby inside laughing, and then
the arms coming out of the side.
Yeah, and then it gets up, starts running around with the baby inside the face and the arms. That was special. That was something awesome.
Yeah, one of my favorites visually was the woman who gets shoved up on the zombie woman gets shoved up on the light bulb, and her fucking the light's coming through her eyeballs and her mouth and.
Looks like Lopan.
There's so much stuff in this one that I do feel like it would get a little redundant if we talked about each and every one. There's just.
I did enjoy the sphincter and the kidney becoming its own thing.
That thing was great.
Was so weird.
Was that its lungs that it was using for its
either
arms?
Lungs or kidneys? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah,
it's like. I wanted to hug it / set it on fire. Yeah. It was awesome. So do you guys want to kind of try to summarize the end without giving everything away? Or do you want, like I said, I just kind of assume that most everyone has seen it just because there's a ton of reviews on there, but I know we
really, really, really bloody.
Yeah.
I love the whole. At the end, he thinks he's poisoning and killing the main zombies, and then he supercharges them. But then you have the mom, which is sort of Zombie Zero, comes up and is this huge puppet demon thing that kind of has a horse-shaped skull. It looks like a horse skull that they had put, and it's lumbering after him and the girl, and fucking its stomach opens and it grabs him and pulls him in, which was really cool. And of course he cuts his way out, and then blood is just. I thought that whole. I mean, it looked like a puppet, right? It looked like a huge puppet to me.
I agree.
But that was really. It was really cool. Yeah. I love that whole thing. The giant claws and this big thing.
I would actually like to just because I do find quite a bit in this movie to be just sort of stomach churning. It's just gross. I do have to give a nod to the uncle. I hated him so much. So when I hate someone that much, I have to applaud
He's
him.
so
I'm like, man,
sleazy.
he did so good
gross.
at being that character.
Yeah.
He is.
Found your old man Stag.
Yeah.
Stag videos.
Just disgusting, man.
He tries to rape the girl.
Yeah.
Kita.
Yeah.
Oh, God. When they saved him, I was so disappointed. I know they did the right thing. But they had an opportunity to let that dude just die out.
You just try to rape me.
Yeah. God, I hated him. His thing after he was, taken over by the virus or whatever, that was pretty cool. Or like the big, like his spine was just like coming out from like the bottom of his back sort of a thing. That was awesome looking. I loved that. But yeah.
I also got to say, I love Paquita. I love this woman in this movie. She was, you see a lot of these movies, and a lot of the female characters are just kind of like useless and just sort of, you know, they kind of have that wilting kind of just, they cry a lot and run away. But she was awesome. She stuck by the, you know, she was in there fighting. It was really cool. I like that character.
No, it's
what
true.
I'm saying is I'm lonely.
And
no. I'm in love with Akita.
Well, I mean, a lot of these types of movies, and dude, just send her an email. I'm sure she'll be all about it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Probably, you know, she's probably like 80 by now. I'd probably be.
So what, man? Blow the dust off.
Probably 92.
What's her name again?
No, she'd be in her 50s, maybe.
There you go.
Get in that, yeah.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
I was going to say that, you know, in comparison to other movies in this vein, I guess is the way to put it, you know, a lot of them don't utilize their female characters for anything other than eye candy. You know what I mean? Like that's it seems like, and like I said, I'm not getting into that one. I ain't disagreeing. I ain't saying it ain't fun. But a lot of them really are. They're just there for TNA, and that's it. And this one, I guess, actually had an opportunity. Like, oh, hey, I have lines. I can say things. You know? Did you find out?
She was born in 1965 in Spain.
Yeah. So she's about 18 plus.
Oh, she's over 18.
She's about.
She's
she's about 60 now.
Yeah.
60 something.
Well, you know.
That's
Yeah, the last thing she was in.
What's her name?
Diana
Peñalver.
Anyway, I thought she was a good girl.
She was a good girl.
That's
She's the kind of girl that you take home to mama unless your mom is insane.
Right. Yes.
And has been bitten by a rat. You don't bring her home to that. Yeah, so very bloody, very fun, very just humorous in the best of ways, intentionally, extremely creative. Yeah, I liked all the performances. I mean, is it top-notch acting? No, but I think they really, it couldn't have been a better, it just all fit. It all fit. It's like this premise with who they had and everything. It was like, oh, this is great. You know, I'm personally, I'm gonna, just for the sake that I do feel like it drags just a little bit, I am gonna go with a 4.5. But other than that, I would definitely give it a solid 5 buckets. So,
yeah, I have the same issue. I think it's overlong at the beginning, but I think it was everything else kind of overcomes that. So I'd go with a 5. I'd still go with 5 buckets. I love the gore and the humorous ways they use it, and just sort of the slapstick kind of Home Alone-esque kind of ways that things happen, and there's always one thing that's causing another thing, and then this thing flies over here and does this. I mean, it's always funny. It's all, and the gore is really creative and really bloody and gross. Like that whole fucking, when he gets that lawnmower and it's just like mowing through crowds of zombies, and it's so fucking awesome. Yeah, mows through them. Yeah. It was great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd still give it a 5 despite that.
I would like to, I'm sorry, I know you're about to go. I just want to look up at some point, not for this, but just my own spare time. I want to know what they were using for all that blood and stuff, because I just kept thinking to myself, like, Jesus Christ, like, how sticky and uncomfortable and just gross.
Oh, he was completely covered. It
completely,
looked like paste, like
yeah.
pudding almost, like a pink pudding.
I'm pretty sure, like, when they were doing the auditions, their first question was, how do you feel about thousands of gallons of blood just being all over you?
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, then.
Oh,
I'm sorry, buddy.
Alright. So, you want to know what the Spanish title of the film is, real quick?
Yeah, actually, that was
That's what I've been wondering all night.
The Spanish one, yeah. Tu madre se ha comido a mi perro.
Your mother ate your dog?
Yes.
No, really?
Yeah, it's your mother ate my dog.
Oh, she does.
Yeah,
I guess she
that's
does.
the line from
Wow,
it,
she
yeah.
does eat the dog.
That is the Spanish title for the movie.
That's great.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'd say, like, if you're a fan of like the Evil Dead series, yeah, definitely watch Dead Alive because it carries everything that they've done with the blood and the kills and stuff into Dead Alive for sure. So if you're a fan of that genre, it's a must watch. So, but I'm gonna give it about 4.5. It's because even though it's building a story between Lionel and Vakita, or is that her name again? Vakita? Yeah, it's building a story between that. Yeah, it does.
Nathan's like, God damn it! How dare you ruin her name?
My waifu. My Spanish waifu.
Spanish waifu.
Yeah. Well, this is definitely a good one. If you're, like everyone else, and you're looking for fun stuff to watch before or on Halloween.
Oh, totally.
Definitely check that one out. I don't know. Surely it's got to be streaming on Prime or something. I don't know for sure, but we can look that up for you as well real quick.
Yeah, we'll save you the trouble.
Yeah.
You might find it before I do.
If you guys want to drop any recommendations, we are kind of... we have a ton of stuff to watch, but we're all kind of getting to the point where I feel like we're scraping a little bit to figure out what to watch next.
I've got stuff. It's just, it's not in any way horror related, so I'm kind of waiting
till after Halloween.
Probably, next time we'll go completely indie, non-funny kind of direction.
Okay.
Maybe.
Oh, you guys will hate me during that. I've got.
Are we doing
depressing for days?
Are we doing Garden State?
Absolutely not.
What?
Absolutely not.
I just heard depressing indie movie.
That's not depressing. That's fucking laughable. No. Okay, I can't say that. I loved Garden State when it came out. It got so tainted to me because every fucking movie tried to start doing that thing. It's like, and they all started using the same music.
What I have is nothing like that.
Good. Okay.
Nothing like that in any way.
This one has, Modest Mouse in it. Can't even drop that one anymore. Man, it's fucking huge now. It's like Elton John, Modest Mouse, Death Cab for Cutie, Billy Joel.
I think it's on Amazon Prime to stream.
There you go. Check it out.
Yeah, either way, watch it. You guys know how to find movies.
Yeah. Don't
what are we
depend
doing?
on us.
All right.
We're still doing the contest, by the way.
Yeah, we're still doing the contest.
5 more
Just
subscribers.
subscribe. Give us a shit, please, for the love of God.
We get 5 more subscribers. We hit 50. A random person gets a free copy of Suburban Commando on VHS, mailed straight to them.
Via us. We'll all even take little clips of our hair, except for...
we need
put
just
them in the back.
4 more.
Four more.
4 more subscribers right now.
Yeah.
Sweet Lord. We have things we've been talking about. We have a movie script in the works. Written by yours truly over here.
Yeah.
We also just came up with an idea of how to have little 5-minute funny videos of people killing themselves, specifically by hanging.
It's always fun.
Yep. And Patrick, I mean, you're you, dude. You're good. I'm just kidding. No, so we've got some fun stuff. Tell us why you want to see someone hang themselves.
Oh, you asking me?
Oh, I was asking.
Asking
the internet audience.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys. Yeah, are we done? We good?
We're done.
We're done. That's it. Dead alive. Dead alive. Dead alive.